I think I'm here. All right. Hey, kind of an odd time for a video, I know, and I apologize, but this place is a complete mess. But want to go over some stuff I did get from another vendor for the rebuild. Go over a couple things I'm playing with here at the shop, in the basement, whatever you want to call it. My studio at this point. Basement, definitely. Shop, yeah, sort of. But kind of go over with you guys, since you guys, live streams are more for the people that are always around, or the core people. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm up to, what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully to be able to increase the production quality of the videos, not only for live streams, but also for the regular videos. So, hey, Max is here. Midlife crisis, chaos, sorry. I'm going through midlife crisis, not you. Happy Manufacturing. I don't know who Happy that's sus. Max, you know what sus is. But anyways, yeah, so not a ton of people here right now, so we'll, if you guys got questions or anything like that about any videos you guys watch or anything about what I'm doing, throw them in there right now. There's only a few of us right now. Probably gonna wait a couple minutes before I get into some things. So just to give a quick recap, I'm going to be showing you some things I've been working with. You can see one of the things over here. Some products I got from manufacturers, like I said a minute ago. But we're also going to try a couple different things. I did get backers for the new printer, but they are not anodized. So we're going to try to anodize titanium today live for the first time ever for me, which could either wind up with chemical burns or electrocution, or the blue I want on my titanium. You know, we'll see where we wind up with that. So yeah, we're gonna play with chemicals and electricity at the same time. Yeah, so yeah, anyways, how is everybody? Max is good? Nah, you'll be fine. Good. All right, good. Happy. You're sus, like I said, a smiley face and everything. You're not a bot, but you did say I'll be fine, so good. All right. Oh, you're saying fine about the chemicals. Fine about you too, right? Yeah, so it's a Thursday evening. I have a Coke and a smile, if you get the reference. Shawdell is here. Hey Shawdell, how are you? Like I said, I'm gonna hold off for a couple minutes here. It's dinner time on the East Coast. It is a 6 o'clock stream here. I'm actually surprised Max is here. Max is a growing boy. He needs to get his dinner in. So hopefully I'm not offsetting that, either eating a late dinner or already ate or something. But yeah, so hey Max, when you go back to school, bud? Next week, I suppose. So yeah. I guess one of the first things I can play with while I got just a few here, just a small bunch, is let me do this. I don't know how many of you guys watch DeWitt 3D Canada. Tim is a very good guy. In general, the people I watch, the people I try to work with tend to be good people. September 9th. Wow, you're lucky. You're going back late. So anyways, yeah, so the people I enjoy watching whatnot tend to be somewhat like me, maybe a little bit older, a little bit younger, but trying to put out a good message, good vibe on everything, and talk about good things and not complain about everything constantly like some people do. But Tim had a video recently that I watched, and starting freshman, awesome. Are you excited or are you nervous, Max? So anyways, Tim had a video, and he had a cameraman. So, you know, I had to get a cameraman, and later in the stream, I kind of skip through things sometimes, but I found out he had one of these. So there we go. Sorry about that. Just like I said, getting stuff set up and whatnot. I too like, oh, I get you now. I get you now. You too like Paramount, the Paramount Filament. You know what? I'll talk about that in a second because I'm really impressed with Paramount Filament. Yeah, lost audio. So I got one of these cameras that follows me. It kind of does this type of thing because obviously us little YouTube guys, we don't have the funds to have cameramen, and some of the bigger guys actually have dropped out of having camera guys because, you know, it's expensive to have somebody help you out do this stuff, especially when you're doing it for a hobby, right? So I'm not going to use this constantly because it does zoom out and in a little bit, and I think that's kind of seasicky. But when I move around the room a little bit, it's going to be helpful to have for that. Let's see here. And I always get these backwards. Over here we have a new chat setup. So basically things come and go. So if you chat, you can see it. It goes away after a while. If people aren't actually in or on a computer where they can do the chat, or on a phone or whatever, they're watching us after the fact, or if you're just watching a stream, a little bit more enjoyable to have that over there. A little bit easier to read. All right, we've got a few people in here now, so I'm going to go ahead and first kind of show you the mess I'm in, and kind of not give you excuses, but an explanation as to where things are at and why things are the way they are. So yeah, so I'm gonna use my super special cameraman camera, right? I told somebody I got a cameraman. There we go, right? Hopefully the video looks pretty decent. My other cameras are all actual. Well, they're all DSLRs, full frame cameras, like a Sony A7 and a couple Lumixes, but this right here seems to work pretty good. It's doing really well with the lights behind me, so I'm kind of impressed with that. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna take a little stroll here, and there's some chemicals over here you guys can't see yet, but we're gonna get into that when we do some anodizing. But this back wall right here, and I'm across the room now, is going to be my new backdrop. We're gonna put filament on the back here. We're gonna do lighting. It's gonna be nice, and I'm also gonna have a space. This is making me seasick. I gotta turn that down to do more demonstration or proc and stuff like that. So I need to get that thing to zoom out. So I think I can do it this way. Yeah, there we go. Seems to be having trouble. I'm not sold on this thing yet. There we go. So yeah, this back wall back here is going to be a backdrop. Everything in here is going to be recolored as opposed to this pale gray. It's going to be a nicer color. We're going to get some better lighting in here, some more sound absorption on the ceiling. So all in all, basically, we're going to make this more into a studio where video production quality can go up, hopefully. And that way it'll make it a little bit easier for me to turn out videos as well, make it more enjoyable for people to watch. So yeah, you guys can kind of see some of the stuff over here, but you can't really. But yeah, everything's torn apart. All my stuff is all in different places, so I apologize, but this is kind of why the videos aren't coming out as often as I'd like. So I felt like I should give people an explanation for that. So why don't we jump into a package I got recently. Let me do this. So if you can see that, yes, you guys can. It's a package from Fabrico. I have already opened it because I wasn't going to do it on a live stream, but some of the stuff impressed me. I have not opened up the things on the inside of it yet. So on the inside, which is what really counts, is still on the inside. And let's see. Hey, Heather Lynn, how are you? Nice to see you. Sorry for everybody that I'm interrupting dinners for. You never know. And you know, there's never a good time to do these videos because as much as I don't really like doing live videos, people tend to enjoy them. The core audience tends to enjoy them. It's kind of a, you know, it feels more like a one-on-one type of thing, I guess. So that's why I'm doing them. Again, the build videos are going to all come out as videos, but these one-on-one sessions are fun too, right? All right, so anyways, got a box from Fabrico, has some cool stuff inside of it. Let's take a look. So if you guys haven't worked with Fabrico, specifically Hector over there, he's a pretty cool guy. He's got a lot of stuff. This is not from Fabrico. He's got stuff that a lot of people don't have, so that's kind of nice. So on this new build that we're going to be starting, so we've actually already pulled it apart. We're gonna start doing the rebuild, and the rebuild's gonna go pretty quick because this will be the fourth time I've built a Voron 2.4. But we're gonna go again with the CNC tap. I thought it was a good product. It worked very well for me. There are some people that seem to have some issues with it, but you know what? There's a lot of people that have a lot of issues when they're building a Voron in general, so we'll just leave it at that. It has nothing to do with intelligence or anything like that, just personality types and how that goes. Yeah, so we have that. We have, this is kind of a neat thing. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you don't realize the theme of the printer. It's kind of a super Voron theme. It's got that dark kind of anti-Superman type thing going on. So this right here, if I am correct, should be, and I don't know how loud this is on my mic, but I'm sure it's kind of annoying. Should be wrapped with about 30 linear feet of paper that this thing should be. My gosh, there's a lot going on here. This is, all right, so this is laughable to me, probably more so than it is for you, even though this is getting frustrating at this point. This is one linear rail. That's what's in this package. If I can't get to it, if I die trying, you guys know that's a rail. That's what's in here. So, are you serious? Oh my God! There we go. Wow. Yeah, send help. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That was way more difficult than it should have been. But anyways, so this is a linear rail from Fabrico. This is the Honey Badger line of equipment that he sells, which is his top of the line stuff, his good stuff, if you will. And this is for the gantry. This is our X rail, and it's black. So I got this specifically because he has some awesome preloading that he does on his rails. This one fits that build as well, but it's an anodized black rail. So once we take this, and we'll do the quick mock-up here for you guys. And we slap on this. Actually, this is going to slap on. Trying to remember how this slaps on. Let's see, where the screws come out now, something like that. So it's gonna be black on black, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Oh, focus, there we go. So yeah, black on black on the inside of the printer. So this is a blacked out printer too. If you guys didn't see the graphics, let me know, I will re-show those, but this is going to be a blacked out printer with some very nice custom graphics from another vendor, KB3D, Chris over there, that helped out with that. So that is pretty cool. So let's take a look at the chat real quick. I don't have the chat up, but let me get that. It's the best way for me to get the chat up here because I am in the middle of doing a bunch of stuff. We'll get this gimbal cam going. We'll give this another try. So let's see here. I'm gonna go backwards. It's not on screen right now. Maybe I shouldn't have those fades so quick. Let's see. Send help. I was around for the live stream. That picture of you, LOL. Yes. So that picture of me is right here still. That is me. I'm going to keep that. It's going to be a constant reminder. So if and when I get out to a Rep Rap festival that Chris is attending as well, I can remind myself that I owe him something of whatever sort. Are you ever going to install CAN bus? Yes. If you go back and look at one of the live streams where I announced what I was going to be doing, kind of went over all of the big tree tech stuff that came in. I have the was it 2204? Anyways, I have a CAN bus that's going into this printer. So just a quick top off on that. So this new, these parts aside. The new printer is going to have CAN bus. It's going to use sensorless homing. It's going to be blacked out, and I'm working on some custom trim panels so that the panels basically are all covered up and nice. I can show you actually a little. No one's seen these yet. Well, nearly no one has seen these yet, but I'm working on these right here. When I get them, I'll publish them up. But basically, these are trim panels I'm designing myself in CAD. I'm learning Fusion 360 on top of all this. So basically what these are they're slotted so they can fit right inside the extrusion on the back side. They have a thicker side and a thinner side, and when they snap into the extrusion, I got one right here, they hold panels on, whether they be clear panels or blackout panels, and provide kind of a clean look on the extrusion itself. And I know it's kind of gray on black, so it's kind of hard to see. Trust me, there's lots of light here, but it's just hard to see. But anyways, yeah, so making custom parts for it as well. This is all going down off camera, obviously, because there's only so much people can bear to watch. Me fussing around with Fusion 360 trying to figure out how to work it is not something you want to watch. It ain't pretty, I'll tell you that. So yeah. So CAN bus, yes, we'll be on it, as well as some other stuff. If you have other questions about what's going to be in there, I'm more happy to answer those too. So get back into this, and the Stream Elements bot is yelling at people already. So I think I want this one. Nope, I don't want that one. I want this one. Okay, back into here. Nick, hey Nick, how are you? You missed a bunch of stuff, but nothing really important. So there you go. So on top of the blackout extrusion with the heavy load on it from Fabrico, I also ordered up a ultra lightweight aluminum X-beam. And this is a 300 build, if you know where that. I know some of you guys out there are building ginormous 350s, and some people are trying to build bigger, but the bigger you go, the harder it is, and honestly, it becomes more of a maintenance issue for me. So this is a blacked out aluminum, very nice, X-rail. So this will replace the extrusion that normally goes with this very nice looking rail. So again, this is from Fabrico, manufactured by, who makes this? DHF-FM. It's West 3D is who's making this. So West 3D also has sales. They do their own thing. So West 3D Fabrico looks like a combination between the two. DFH.FM Consume. Common Anomaly Productions. CAP. Okay. So it's a lightweight X-beam. Now, how lightweight is it? Good question. I have a scale, but I'm not going to go get it. I would say it's marginally lighter than a normal extrusion, but it is tons nicer. I don't know how this is showing up on camera very well, but I will answer some questions here on the chat on the side here in a second. But yeah, so it is anodized or painted. I don't know which of the two. It's a very thin paint. It's probably a paint, but and then it looks like it's been laser etched back or ground away to reveal some additional aluminum on there, as well as the insignia here on the what I assume will be, let's see, what will that be? That would be the top. Yeah, that'll be the top, I believe. So that will be visible somewhat, maybe not all that much. Maybe it's the bottom. I think it's top. But anyways, so that's pretty darn cool. If you could picture that combined with the blacked out and then the black CNC. And then, you know, what would go really well with this is some CNC XY joints. So let's move this. This, because I like to be full disclosure type of guy. This I did not order. I had talked to Fabrico or Hector over there a couple different times about things I was planning on doing and stuff like this. And this was either a mistake or a gift. And I'm gonna guess it was a gift, because it just happens to coincide with things as to what the printer was. So first and foremost, I guess what I want to do is thank Hector over at Fabrico. And again, if you are looking for printer parts, Fabrico is a great place to go. He's down in Florida, so if you're on the southern part of the state of the United States, or actually anyways, because I'm way up in Maine, but Fabrico has a lot of decent and very nice specialty parts for your builds. So if you are looking for some specialty parts for your builds, check out Fabrico. Very nice stuff over there. So that's my little quick thing on that. And let's see here. And I think those vendors backed and run. Then run. I think those vendors backed and then run. Oh, common anomaly is what it is. Okay. You are correct, Nick. It is Gucci. It is very nice. It is very nice. So anyways, what goes better with an aluminum, custom aluminum X and a custom black rail, linear rail to go on that, and a custom, not so custom I guess, but CNC tap. We have some CNC XY joints, also from Common Anomaly Productions. So, I have not seen these. I didn't even notice them. So we're gonna do the full unboxing on these right now. This is first time for me seeing. Nuno, how you doing, buddy? Did you sneak in here? What time is it over there? Everybody wants different timings and things. So I did 6 o'clock, which here on the East Coast is right in the middle of dinner time. But Nuno is here, and we're happy to say. Shaudell's still here, yes, and yeah, so Nick. So anyways, yes, unboxing this. I'm not a good unboxer. I get distracted by chat over here on the side, but anyways, very nice packaging. Kind of a aluminum-ish wrap there, but it was completely sealed. Inside we have insignia'd. A lot of time goes into packaging these days. I think I want to blame Apple for that. But anyways, we got that, and inside here, and these, I have not seen these. These also look pretty dang nice. Let me do this. Let me do that and refocus that. And let's take a look at these real quick, because these are fancy. These are fancy. So yeah, so these are our XY joints for the printer, and they are very nice. They look like they're cast. They don't look like they're CNC'd, even though they're you know, quote unquote CNC XY joints. I guess they could be, but obviously they have to be CNC at some point for the threading and things like that. But these there's a bubble. Not non-intentional, but there's a bubble here for added strength that definitely looks like it was cast and not CNC'd. And there's a connection point there as well. But yeah, these are very, very nice. I am super impressed with that. This is going to be interesting. Let's see how this goes. So this is going to go together like that. And then this is going to, again, kind of stack on top of the other components we already have, the custom panels and everything else that goes with them. So I'm going to put these back in the box for now, but I hadn't seen these yet. These do not come with, actually they came with shoulder bolts. They're in the box. That explains what those are for. I didn't know when I first looked at them, so I put them over there. But yeah, it came with shoulder bolts, but it doesn't come with any bearings or anything like that. Now, Fabrico does sell Honey Badger bearings, and I have not had any issues with any of his stuff, but I have already purchased a full bearing kit. So I did not purchase the Honey Badger bearings to go with this. Fortunately, unfortunately, we don't know yet. So, all right, let me get back and let's go back to this gimbal thing real quick. Let's see. Oh, the ceramic bearings of money. Yeah, I haven't tried ceramic bearings. All kinds of cool gadgets, yes. 11:25 p.m. 23:25, same difference. But Well, thank you for coming. It's a late night over there. And for those that haven't been here, this is my new gimbal cam. Some of you guys, I know you guys watch DeWitt as well. So this is one of those follow me wherever I go cameras. And I'm not going to go through the whole spiel, but it's a mess behind me because I'm reworking the whole studio. So anyways, I want to spend a few minutes at least, even though I got so much to do here with you guys. Still at work. At 11:25, night shift? What are you doing at work? Jeez. That's pretty late. So, I guess let's look at this real quick. Let's look at these lights. I did a quick YouTube short about these lights, and a lot of people commented on them and asked about them. They're right here. And this is kind of an all over the place kind of video stream today, but basically, before we get into that, this is an ESP32 running a program called, or firmware actually, because it's written to a flash chip, called WLED. This chip has Wi-Fi in it, but also has IOs on it, so you can utilize those. And basically, this is a strip of fully addressable LEDs, multicolor. So every single LED on this strip is fully addressable, and this particular strip is about 16 feet long. Way overkill for a printer, but definitely going in the room. I haven't worked out exactly how we're going to put this into the new studio, but going to do at least 2 strips. This have 32 feet of LEDs that we can play with and just have some background looks. I'm also going to be using the same technology inside of the new build. So basically, not going to be using the ESP32 for that, but these fully addressable LEDs are going to be used for meters, if you will, on the printer on the front. I'm working on those as well. So basically, these are going to hold one side, which will be a temperature gauge for how hot the printer is. You know, so basically, the higher it gets and the more red it goes, the hotter it will be. And the other one's going to be a completion gauge, which will start at red and then work its way up to green, the more complete it becomes. So that's my goal. That's what I'm going to work out. That's going to be mostly a software thing, and I don't think it will be horribly difficult to do, but we're going to do that. So anyways, these LED lights, they're pretty cool. I control them with my phone. Like I said, people are asking about that. I don't know if any of you guys have any questions about those, but it's cool. Let's see here. Still at work. I work from 4:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. Yeah, I don't know. I possibly would like that. So yeah, we'll set that aside. Again, I put out the short people asked about, so there you go. Just want to show that off. And we have some gantry backers from Whoopin' Picard, who is a dev on the Voron team, but also has products he sells on the side. He's got his own little store too. So I don't recall if... Well, I don't know. I recall. I don't know if you guys know, but on my other printer, the one I just built, the Ultibib, these backers were custom anodized with a color that matched the unit. And unfortunately, I was told I could not get these custom anodized this time around because he's not doing it anymore. So what are we to do as makers and people that don't like to take no for an answer? We anodize them ourselves, which I have no clue what I'm doing. I've read a couple things, I've watched a couple things, so we're going to attempt to do it on video this evening. I'm going to open these things up. Spray paint, of course. No, we're anodizing. We're not spray painting. But I will say this: KB3D is in the lack of these being anodized directly, is working on a process to, and I shouldn't have done this, working on a process to basically do a light spray paint and then a laser etch for customization, which is a pretty darn awesome idea, I think. But I know what I want. I'll tell you guys about it in a second here, but I'm going to try to do it myself because it only seems right, right? Yeah, so let's see what we get here. I don't know why people do this to me. First it was the packaging out of the Fabrico box. Now I got to deal with this. Aluminum's not so bad. Can't see it being much different. So aluminum, from what I understand, you basically have to make porous to some extent, and then you basically dye it. It's my understanding, at least. You kind of dye aluminum. Right? Maybe you can anodize it, but from what I understood, it's dyed. Titanium actually seems like a really easy metal to anodize from everything I read. There's only really 2 steps. Step 1 is to give them a quick etching, or basically put them in a solution that we're going to make. Cross your fingers. We're not mixing the wrong things, but it should be pretty safe. I did read a little bit. We're going to clean them real quick. We're going to etch them very, very, very minorly. And then we're going to anodize them using my power supply, which I got to go get because it used to be in here, now it's not. Anodizing titanium, and I'll talk through this as I go, basically requires low voltage, DC voltage. So chances of you guys catching me electrocuting myself tonight is pretty slim, unless something goes really, really, really wrong. But so there are charts, and let me bring up a chart real quick on anodization of titanium, because I think it would be helpful. Stand by here. Let's see here. Do you know, let's see, do you have the surface area to set voltage? No, you don't have to know the surface area to set the voltage. It doesn't seem to make a difference. The voltage only has to do with the coloring of the titanium. But I understand where that question would come from. That's a decent question. The biggest things are voltage and whether or not you actually did etch the material first. The titanium seems really simple as long as you have really clean surfaces. Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. So he does do it, but he does not do custom anymore. So you're pretty much stuck with whatever colors he has. And I wanted he used to do them custom. My other ones are custom, but he doesn't do custom anymore. So hence, we're going on this little journey real quick, and I'm trying to find a good, decent chart to show. There we go, that one will work. Let me bring this up real quick. Screen 3. So, oh, my audio's still, yeah, my audio's still there. So right here, on this particular website, you can see basically the voltages required to do color changes. It goes all the way from 0 to 100 volts. 100 volts brings you up into the aqua colors and things like that. Blue gets hit on twice, as do the bronze and the yellows and stuff like that. So the build we're doing right now is going to be mostly gray and a dark rust red. But I want to get a little bit of blue in there, and specifically I want to get a really deep blue. Blue zap doesn't hurt anybody. It depends on what kind of zap it is, first of all. It's not the volts that kill, it's the amperage, right? So anyways, yeah, so based on the research I did, we're going to basically start around 15 volts, which should put us right at the brink of going from this kind of bronzy color to blue. And the good thing about this, from my understanding, is we can then basically work our way up from there. So if we start at 15 volts and it's not where I want to be, or if it's where I want to be, good. If it's not where I want to be, I can then go up by a couple volts and see if I can get that color I want. So that would be pretty cool. That's what we're going to work off now. So I'm going to go grab my power supply. I'm going to switch this over to this. You guys are going to see how horrible this room looks right now. I'm going to get some chemicals and stuff that are behind me. Basically some products here to clean what we got to clean, and some stuff to make solution. We got to make an electrolyte container for all this, and you guys are probably getting seasick right now because this camera is going nuts. I'm going to turn the zoom off, I think, eventually on this thing, but let me get that power supply. And I am out of the camera sight. And I got the power supply. And I'm coming back. So, yeah, oh, look at that. It caught me on the way back. Pretty good. All right. You know, the good thing about this gimbal working so quick and stuff like that, it makes it look like I move like lightning. So, So I got a power supply. Good thing to have, right? Not everybody has one, but I do. I already had it. Plus, and disconnecting these lights. Those don't need to be on right now. And get rid of that power supply. It's a 12-volt power supply right there. Set these aside. I'm gonna plug this thing in. We have that ready to go. And I forgot to grab aluminum foil, but we'll get that eventually. Yep. So, so what are we using? We have our let me check to see. No questions. We have a clean container that we're going to use to clean the titanium on. I have, for the electrolyte that we have to make, I have baking soda. So we're going to make a solution of distilled water and baking soda for our electrolyte. We have a clear, clean container to basically make our electrolyte in. It is deep enough, hopefully. Oh, it's not quite deep enough. We're probably gonna have to do this we're gonna have to try to do this one side at a time, so that's gonna get fun. I could not find a container deep enough to fit these in without being massive. I didn't want to make a 5-gallon bucket of solution using 5 gallons of distilled water, so I didn't do that. So as an etchant, and this was, we'll see how well this works, or if it works very well at all. After some research and find out what we can do, I couldn't quickly get my hands on sodium fluoride or some other things that you can use to etch them, but I found a solution of basically 3% hydrogen peroxide and cleaning ammonia in distilled water should get us to the point where we have it just for what we're doing here, because we're not looking to actually do a deep etch or anything like that. So that will clean everything up pretty good, and it will give us a slight oxidation on the titanium, which is what we're actually going to be anodizing. So that's that. All right, so I'm gonna switch camera so we get the top-down view so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. And like that. Oh, we're gonna zoom that back out and redo this. There we go. And you guys are gonna be staring at that for a quick second because I need to get aluminum foil and gloves. So I will be right back, but you guys can still hear me. So if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing right now, go ahead and throw them up. I'll see when I get back here in a second. Just gotta grab the gloves and some foil. Yep. And I have safety goggles down there already. So let's see. We got gloves, we got that. Let's get a rag. Get a rag and see what we can do here. All right. So first things first, we're going to set these inside of our solution. And you know what? I'm not even going to measure because you understand it's not all that important. These are household versions of these chemicals. These are not concentrated, so safety is pretty good. The one thing, obviously, if you don't know, I'll tell you now, is you never want to mix ammonia with common household bleach, because that will make chlorine gas. Not a good thing. So ammonia kind of stinks. It smells like kitty pee. If you're wondering, if you don't know, it's very strong. Yeah. I'll put my safety goggles on, safety glasses. Ammonia's right there. Gonna be adding equal part of water to this. Give or take. And then we're going to be adding peroxide. Again, roughly equal parts. So pretty much a 33 1/3 by 33 1/3 by 33 1/3. There we go. All right. I'm going to put gloves on now. And I guess the good thing about doing this is you can also anodize titanium screws if you so wish. Pretty popular, which I would have done on my other build if I had known this in advance. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of wipe these down a little bit. Seem pretty clean, actually. That, and then I'll give them a quick green scrub, and I'm going to clean them up one more time and then toss them in. It's not gonna fit. Man, I can't win. All right, that's okay. We'll get it on there. We got gloves. We've got gloves, so let's let that one sit there for a little while, and we'll get another rag, but for this one we'll kind of wet these things down. I have no idea what I'm doing, honestly. So yeah, super interested to see how this goes. Yeah, what could go wrong, right? That's true, that's true. I can't use the X one anyway. No. Maybe we'll start there, right? We'll start with the X one to see how bad it goes. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna grab myself another rag here for my hands. Man, I forgot how much ammonia stinks. Whew. All right, just let that sit with that solution on the parts like that. I'm going to grab our distilled water here. Who knows, maybe the effect that we'll get will go from like a titanium steel color to the blue, which would be kind of cool because I can't fit them all the way in here. So I'm more or less doing this as an experiment too, because honestly I don't know how well it's going to go either. So let me see here. We're going to open this thing up. So from what I understand, you can use baking soda for the solution. You can also use borax if you choose to use that. There's a couple other things you can use as well, but this is what we're using tonight. I need a spoon. This is fun. It's fun when you don't have everything you want at your fingertips because you're in the process of moving everything and rebuilding a room. Not that I have a spoon down there. I don't often eat cereal down there, so to the kitchen and then back down. All right. It's funny with the ammonia, you don't smell it unless you read over it. Well, let's re-wet this stuff. So I will tell you that I don't see much in the happenings here for the move these aside. But I guess the sheen's a little bit less if I had to say anything. So seems like there's something going on. There's a little bit of there's a process of some sort happening, I can tell that. Just don't want to put my head over that. Scientific stream, yeah. I don't know how scientific it is. This is World's Worst Chemistry 101. So the solution that we're making here for doing this, basically, we need to mix as much as we can until we have fallout. And when I say fallout, what I mean by that, if you don't know, is basically we've saturated the water with the baking soda, so no more can actually go into the water. It's fully saturated. And again, if somebody was really into their chemistry, we could probably have an exact measurement as to how much, what volume of baking soda can fit into this volume of water. But as you can see right now, it's actually clearing up as I go because it's not saturated. I'm waiting for basically this to get to a point where if I put more baking soda into it, it just clumps and falls to the bottom. I think we're getting close. Let's see what's going on. Nuno's still there. Super interesting to see how this goes. Me too. I know I said that before, but yeah. Of course, there's going to be some people pop into the stream wondering what the heck I'm doing with a container. It looks like I'm making the some form of the white Gatorade or something. So I think we'll let that set because I believe that it has reached its full saturation point. It will no longer hold any more of the baking soda at this point. So we'll let that kind of settle down for a moment. Put that right there. Give these things a wipe down. Keep my nose away from it because it stinks. And it is working. I can see in the solution where it's kind of darkening some, which is from material leaving the metal. So let me get these kind of saturated here. There we go. All right, we'll let those sit for another minute or two. Get my hands nice and dry, sort of. All right, and we get that. All right, so where is the aluminum foil? There it is. All right, so we need to make ourselves we're gonna have an anode and a cathode, and there's the movement of the electrons that is going to help us along here. So let's see if that's what's the right size. Make it a little bit bigger. So back to somebody had a question. I forget what it was about how voltage or whatever it had to do with the size of the piece of metal, which it didn't really. Maybe it was happy. I don't know. But it does not. But the larger or the better you're connected to your anode and cathode, the kind of the quicker things will go. So I'll show you this real quick. This is my bench power supply. Right now it's set to, I'm going to basically set my amps up to max, which actually we'll do max minus the fine tune. So we almost max. And we of course adjust this voltage up to, I think we said what, 10? No, we said 15. So I'm going to set this to 15-ish. Like that. And I'm going to put this, let's put all the electronics right next to all the water, huh? No. I'm going to try to jam this kind of here because it is kind of important to be able to see. I get that kind of sit there. So what we should wind up seeing, if this process is happening properly, is the amperage on here should jump up at the start of the process and then basically work its way down as that process continues. So I do have fallout on this, by the way. It's kind of hard to see for you guys, but on the very bottom of this I have a sludge now, so I know that that has reached its maximum. I'm going to check a couple things real quick. And yeah, let me show you how goofy I look. How about that? Let's do that. Yeah. Is that cool or goofy? You guys tell me. I need to know. It's funny, you get way less camera shy after you make 100 or so YouTube videos. In case anybody's wondering about that, because a lot of people don't like the idea of being on camera, but tell you what, it's a helpful thing if you can get used to it. So our negative is going to be connected to our aluminum foil on our power supply, and the biggest thing we need to make sure it doesn't happen, and I'll probably get some electrical tape or something to help us with that, is to make sure that our positive and negative do not touch each other. So that means that we need to make sure that our titanium pieces at no point in time come in contact with our aluminum foil that's going to be on the side. So I'm going to try to stick that. Let's just get some tape here. It's quite the rig I got going, huh? Let me bring up the chat, see if anybody's saying much of anything yet, or if everybody's just waiting for me to kind of off myself. You're natural, yeah. I made it. What did I miss? Ha! Oh, you missed my camera, my gimbal camera. There we go. Back down here. It doesn't recognize my hand. There we go. Let's see, what did Mark miss? Mark missed me talking about the fact that this room is a complete, utter destruction mess because I'm redoing it. Mark missed, let's see, what else did Mark mix? Mark missed. It's a lot to say. Me mixing chemicals. Mark has not missed, I got an idea here. Mark has not missed me electrocuting myself yet, so that's a plus, right? I think that's going to work. Let me go back to that. And yeah, you didn't miss a lot. This is kind of a random stream. You know what? The actual reason for this whole thing was I wanted to know whether or not I look cool in these goggles. That's what it comes down to. So that's what you missed. So what I did is I used the clip on the end of this lead to clip to the side of the container and to the aluminum foil at the same time. I think that's going to work for me. So Mark, just so you know, we're attempting We're attempting to anodize titanium at home because I could not get the color I wanted from my normal, usual anodizing person. So here we are. We're in a foamy bath of stinky chemicals trying to make this all work. So we're gonna start off, and I'll go back just for you, Mark, and show you some other stuff that we did. But we're gonna start off with this one right here. Goggles look cool. Yeah. Told my wife that. She does not think, my kids and my wife do not think I'm cool at all. All right, so I just dried that off on a towel, and I am wearing gloves. And let's see, we're going to, so some people use titanium wire to do this. I do not have titanium wire on me right now. So I'm going to attempt to use copper wire, because I have heard that you can indeed use copper wire or aluminum wire to do this process. So that's what we're attempting to do. And actually, I can't dip it all the way down anyways, so we don't actually need any wire, to be honest with you. But we'll do what we're supposed to do, kind of, sort of, right? So, you know what? You try. Sometimes you fail, and sometimes you get it. We'll see what we wind up with here today. This might fail completely, or it might be awesome. You guys will know as soon as I do. Let's see here. Oh, there's my wife. She's wearing sunglasses. Probably my daughter. If anyone wants to say hello to Jessica Bolyer's name on there, that would be my wife or my daughter or one of the kids or something on her phone. So, all right. So we're going to hook up our positive lead to the titanium piece. And we're looking here, we got about 15 volts, which should be about what we want. Yeah. Yeah, let's wish me luck, I guess, right? Let's see if this does anything. Oh, there's that amperage going up. Oh, I see bubbles. All right, and it's a quick dip, guys. I'm kind of excited here. Check that out. Check that out. That gives us the, that's that bronze color. Let's, let me look. Man, science. Let's look at screen 3 again. So we're at 15 volts currently. And we are almost dead smack on exactly what we expected. That's pretty awesome. Pretty excited about that. Let me bring it back to the other camera real quick. So you saw it here. I did not electrocute myself, and we've got a very nice golden bronze on that. That almost looks like 24 karat gold here in front of me. So I don't think I got a zap, but I caught myself touching the metal when it was still near the water. 15 volts I shouldn't even feel, but just one of the things. Yeah, it did happen very fast. I mean, that was seconds, right? So I'm gonna go back in, because it shouldn't actually go darker than that. It should kind of stay the same. So we're gonna go back in, and I don't know if it's coming out in video, but basically there's tons of little tiny bubbles that are happening. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper this time, all the way to the bottom, and I just want to see, for my own common curiosity, if it remains the same color. Yes. So it got marginally, and I say marginally, I mean very, very, very different, or lightly different. Actually, it's not now. So the colors do match. So voltage, 100% has everything to do with it. Length of time in the bath, nothing to do with it. So we know that. So let's do this now. Since this is the most Jimmy rigged or jerry-rigged, or whatever rig you want to call it, version of anodizing titanium ever done live on YouTube in the basement of my home. We're gonna do the bottom side. So yeah, and let's do that real quick. It does look fairly easy. It's, you know what, I gotta tell you, Nuno, I just make things look easy. It's not, this is very difficult. Do not try this at home. Actually, now I'm saying that, do not mix chemicals at home unless you feel safe doing so. I don't want to get in trouble with the YouTube gods. What I'm doing here, I'm doing at my own risk, blah, 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 blah. And I'll have to put something in the description below. But yeah, I did read up on it. This is something that I read up on for the past day or so, you know, so I have an immense knowledge on these chemicals and how this works because I read up on it for a full day. So yeah. All right, back to reality here. Let's go back to this right here. See, happy hell, I don't know anything about anodizing titanium. I'm along for a ride. Yep. Oh, of course. All right, so at this point we have everything except for where I couldn't do it because my container is not big enough because, like I said, this is the most ghetto version of anodizing titanium ever witnessed. And we watch the unit over there. We're seeing that amperage kind of fall. It's sticking around 5, and actually I could probably pull that out now. So I think if you watch that amperage some, you can almost exactly, oh man, that looks awesome, I gotta say. So does that look like gold as much to you guys as it does to me? I might like this gold color. Let me, what do you guys think of that? How does that, what do we think? What do you guys think? What do you think of that color? I'm going to Walmart supplies. Dude. Let's see, happy. Let's go back to the camera here. So no joke, I got out of work today. I called the wife and said, hey, do we have peroxide at the house? To which she said, of course we have peroxide at the house. And then she found out we didn't have much peroxide at my house. So I literally went from work to Walmart and down to here in this mess, and I'm doing this now. So you're 100% right, Happy. You can go to Walmart and get the supplies. It's pretty good like that. Let's bring this up. You guys are talking a little bit now. Yeah, Bob's here. Nice. Yes, Bob. David, mint, meaning good. Yes. Awesome. Why is my head cut off? One of those elevator things, huh? So let me, this thing does not see my hand when it's in a black glove. Let's Michael Jackson this thing. So let's go single glove. There we go. So we got that fixed up. All right. Nick, does Walmart sell titanium backers? I would be willing to bet 25 cents that if you go to walmart.com, you can find titanium backers because they're trying to be Amazon. So anyways, yeah, let's disconnect. So I want to dry this off real quick. And honestly, yeah, guys, I want your opinion. What do you guys think of this golden color? This right here. So maybe it'd be helpful if I, again, we have high quality props here on this channel. So I have a silver spoon, and just to kind of show you what we're looking at for color difference. And it's dirty because I used it for the baking soda earlier, in case you're wondering. I wasn't eating cereal. So I think that's pretty cool, but do we want to go with blue? Do we want to try blue, or do we want to stick with this golden color? I'm kind of torn right now. I need to know. What do you guys think? Yes, that is the X rail and the X backer, which we may or may not use depending on if we may or may not use that other piece. We could anodize the inside pieces for the, we could, I hope it wouldn't screw up the paint if I did that solution on it, but we could anodize that too if we want to get crazy, if you guys force me to. Just saying. Give it more juice on the side. X-ray, let's see. Keep it. I would keep it gold, honestly, but that's just me. Okay. I don't think it would bolt to the common anomaly rail. Yeah, I agree. I don't know that it will. That looks really nice. Gold looked better in my opinion. Leave it gold. A lot of gold people. Okay. All right. So Happy is pointing out the fact that, and Mark, this is one of the things you messed, is this X rail that I got, this custom X rail. This doesn't work with a backer and probably doesn't need one because it's going to be a heck of a lot stronger. That's why we started with the X rail, because it's kind of a sacrificial X rail. And from what I understand, if we wanted to, we can actually scrape this off if we wanted to. So this is the X rail. Anodize everything. There's only so much we can anodize. All right, cool. Let's bring that chart back up. You guys tell me what voltage you want to see next. How about that? Let's interact this thing. I always tell everybody I want these to be interactive. So you guys tell me, gold is a tribute. Yeah, it is. Hey man, how you doing? Golden Jaguar is in the house. Straight out of Florida in Fabrico country, we have Golden Jaguar. You guys tell me what voltage you want. Pick a voltage. I can't go above 30 with this particular power supply, so just keep it like 30 or below. So I can't get into the purples or I actually can get into some purples before the blue, but I can't get in like those 70 volt or the reds or the 80s and stuff like that. Just for a test, 25 volts. Okay, 25 would put us in lighter blue. All right, what do you guys think? Chanel. Okay, all right. Well, there seems to be some muted opinions here. So here's what we'll do. 56 volts. What was 50? How'd you come up with 56? I do not want it to be pea yellow. It's not going to be 50. Who said that? Midlife chaos. No, we're not making this thing yellow. What's wrong with you? All right. So, and I already mentioned, I can only go up to 30. I might be able to get up to like 32 or something, but I'll be pushing this thing hard. So let's do this. Now that I've put my grimy hands all over this thing, that's not good, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Let's put another glove back on and re-clean this real quick. Let's re-clean this with some ISO. Let's use some isopropyl alcohol. All right, we're going to clean this up because although I do wash my hands often, I'm sure they have some level of grease on them. So let's clean this up. It would look good on a black frame. Gotcha, with the 56 volts. Like I said, I can't go up to 56 with this power supply. I'm game for anything. I'm limited to 30 with this particular power supply. I never actually bought this for anodizing. This power supply is for electronics, and I couldn't think of any reason why I'd have to go up much past 24 volts. Maybe 48 here and there, but they do make 120 volt power supplies. They're relatively cheap, but I did not buy one. Okay, so we're going to, because there was mixed emotions there, we're going to just go up a couple volts. Let's go from 15 to 17. So let's crank this thing up a little bit. Oh, that's amps. Let's, 18. Let's get to 17. 16.99. Oh, 17. It's close enough. All right. Let's see what we come up with. Let's see. Do you have a standard PEI? Let me get back here. You should anodize the same voltage as your stepper drivers. That's okay. I get what you're saying. That would be interesting. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. You know what else we could anodize? No, those are steel. Never mind. Let's see here. Same part, I mean. Yes. Do you have standard PI? Why are we asking if we have hold it? Oh, hold it up to P. Okay. Before I do the next dip, we'll hold it up to a PEI sheet. That's a good. Yeah, that's a golden color. Let's see. I got black PEI. There's some golden PEI. It's an old Physik one. Physik. In German. This one's got a big old scratch in it. You guys can make fun of me. So there's a PEI sheet. And there's that golden color. Really looks gold next to that, huh? So, yeah. Anyways, all right, let's continue. I'm going to go, it's too dark. Yeah, it's much darker than the PEI. But PEI doesn't really look golden. This looks more golden. Like I said, if the PEI was gold, it would be like a 10 or an 8 karat gold. This would be like a 24 karat gold. Oh, let's see here. If they match, it would be dope. I use black PEI on my printers because I like it better. Can you re-anodize the same part? So I was trying to say, oh, can we? We shall. Okay, so same part, rehooked up. We're now at 17 volts, if you guys can see it. And we're gonna do our first dip, because when I dip, you dip, we dip. And tiny bubbles. So it's doing stuff. Do 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 do. You're just fancy happy. David and I, we just like the good old. We're black and white. All right, we'll pull that out real quick. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh. All right. All right. See what we're doing there. So now we got definitely more like a bronze color. So you can see this golden color up here, and then it's almost like a very clean copper color. So we go from a golden to like a. Actually, if you held this up to me, I would tell you that this was copper. That looks. I don't have a penny to show you, but it looks like a very clean copper, not like a penny copper because they tend to look a little bit more red. But it looks like a copper, which is kind of nice. It's kind of neat. I guess not. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that was 17 volts. So we're still moving through kind of the bronze and the copper colors. So let's this time around, just for experimentation, I'm not going to drop this side in. We're going to move the voltage up to about, let's go up to like 19 volts, and let's see what happens if we do 19 volts across it. Does this color catch up with that color? It's kind of the what I'm going to try to do here. Let's see if we can do that. So let's do 19.08. It's close enough for me. Yeah, well, yeah, we should see a gradient, but let's throw her in. So what we have learned that is different than what, or not exactly from what I've seen, is you can indeed use non-titanium wire, so you don't have to spend 20 bucks on titanium wire to do this. You don't have to find any expensive chemicals to do your pre-etching. Ammonium and hydrogen peroxide mixed kind of 1-to-1 to 1, so 33% each to a distilled water. Seems to work pretty well. Okay, what do we got here? All right. So, working our way. We're doing a good job here. We're doing a good job. So now we've got our gold, we've got kind of our copper bronze, and now we've got like this purple color. I don't know how that purple's showing up, but let me bring that PEI sheet back because you guys saw that next to that earlier. It's a pain in the butt with the lye and the acid. Aluminum pain. Yeah, I have lye upstairs. I like making pretzels. So there is the purple hue that we're getting out of this right now, which is kind of cool. And as it dries off down here, closer to my finger, it actually looks more purple. Almost looks like it was flame treated. It's kind of the color, you know, like a really hot exhaust or something like that on a motorcycle. Kind of looks like that. So yeah, so that's kind of purple, and that's at 19 volts. So we're just slightly under what the chart's showing us. So I'll go back to the chart real quick. So according to the chart at 19 volts, we should be Well, I guess we're pretty close. We should be right about here. I don't know if we're in the same ballpark. We're pretty close. So as we hit 20, we should be switching more from a purple to a blue, which is what my primary and my first was, you know, my first choice of where I was going to go with this was a blue. So let's continue on with that. Let's see here. Science is so cool. Science is, oh, I forgot my goggles. I don't want science to have to catch up with replacing my eyes. So yeah, science is so cool. So how's that look? See, there you go, next to the blue goggles or glasses. Yeah. So all right, we're gonna pump this thing up to 20 volts now, and I will switch cameras here in a second. So we'll get there. And go gold and sleep on it if you can change your mind, turn up the juice. Yep, I might do that. Now it's even cooler. Safety third, yes. All right, so now we're at purple. We're gonna try, this is that purple. It's really nice. I've liked all these colors actually, but I think so far where do we start at? We started at like 12 volts. I think just a step beyond that, maybe at like 13 volts would have been a really nice gold. But let's hit this at 20 volts. So we'll see what we get here. So the big thing when you're doing this that you don't want to do is touch your aluminum foil. Is my understanding if you touch the anode and the cathode together, that basically the metal will deposit directly onto it and basically stain it, and you'll have to sand it away because you'll have actual, you know, a decently thick amount of metal on there. The aluminum will be on the titanium. So 15 was start. Okay, so maybe 15.5, 16 volts. That's what we'll go back to. I'm gonna let this sit in here for a second this time. By a second, I mean like a minute. Let me see if can I switch over to this? So I'll leave that in there for a second. And is this a zoom lens? I forget. Yeah, it's already, oh, there we go. I'm gonna zoom that one in. And sorry for the shaky cam, guys. And we'll refocus that, not on that. Stop it. I want to focus on this. Maybe I get more center. That's kind of there. So I know you can't see it in camera, but basically it's bubbling up, and it kind of shows you what it's doing. So I would say now we have a very distinctive deep purple. Let me switch cameras again. So we are here now, and so there's the PI. Don't mind the big scratch. And yeah, don't look at the scratch. That's the purple we're at right now with this thing. And actually, as it dries, it gets more purple. You can kind of see it closer to my thumb as it dries off. So why don't we max this thing out? How many color batteries do I need to go? 70 volts. 5.5. 5.5 ish. What was that? 52. That's 60 volts. Actually, you're gonna need 6. It's gonna put you a little bit beyond. So 5 3/4 batteries. So yeah, I agree. You know, that does look very, very nice. It's a nice purple. So if you're actually, you know what? If Golden Jaguar's still here, we've hit the whole range of colors that he could use. We got the gold. Actually, we got gold and purple on there. So Golden, you got to do backers now in your next printer, man, and get titanium backers, and then watch this video so you know how to anodize them. Because you could do a gold, we could do whatever we want here. So another thing people tend to do or can do on these is you can re-etch it, or you can even go back and before you do this, put fingernail polish on it, and kind of, you could draw patterns on it and do whatever you want to do. But as that's drying off there, that's a nice shade of purple. Nice. All right, let's see here. That looks very good. A rose gold color would be cool. Yes, I agree. Does Walmart let you return batteries? Still here, I like the purple. I like the purple too. I like the purple and the gold. I like you. All right, so there's that. I would believe Walmart probably would let you return batteries. Yes, I think they'll let you return anything. So we're at 20. We're gonna step this thing up to 25, which should definitely bring us into the blues. We don't hit blue with 25, then I'm gonna be a little bit surprised. So let's put this back in. So it's cool, you can see little bubbles coming up on this thing. Actually, yeah, you guys can see it. See the, you guys can see the top of the water. See that motion? That's actually the little bubbles coming up. That's what you're seeing there from the process happening inside of it. So we'll let that go. Let's see here, we're at 0.117 amps. So 1/10 of an amp. We'll let that go until we get to about 0.05 of an amp or so. It's still definitely doing its thing. What I am finding is the more voltage that we use, the longer it's taking for that amp to draw, down. So, Things don't follow me anymore. Dang camera. Let's see here. The amperage drops due to the oxidation layer buildup. Yeah, so basically it's insulating it from the metal, more or less. That's what I get out of it. I didn't read that part, okay? I read 2 articles. I don't know how much you guys are expecting out of me. I watched 1 video, read 2 articles. I do not have a research team. So demanding. All right, what are we at? 0.72. 0.72. Let's see. 0.68. Oh, so anybody planning on doing some anodization? Anybody plan on anodizing some metal? Just cool? Is anybody getting anything out of this? Just fun? I think we're dropping off here. I don't know if it's going to go much lower. At 0.63, 0.65, 0.63. Still bubbles. 0.63 solid, 0.62. Yep. For sure. Awesome. Good. I'm glad this wasn't just for me. All right. Ooh. That was the weirdest ooh that anybody's probably ever heard. So, I would say this looks like, this is kind of cool. I might be digging this color. I got to show you this next to a PEI and next to original titanium. I thought, let's see, for sure, I had not thought about this before your stream. Now for sure. Awesome. Cool. It kind of plays into, I know I've said it before, but I have trouble doing it because you get a certain clientele of people who watch videos and you get scared about doing other things because you don't want to put people off. I mean, there's not a ton of people watching the stream tonight, but timing thing on top of everything else. But yeah, there's so much stuff I want to do and I like to do. So I'm happy you guys are enjoying this. And I apologize I haven't electrocuted myself yet because I'm sure somebody's here to see that. So let me switch over cameras here so you guys can see that. Yeah, I like it too. So what's really cool about titanium anodization, I feel like I'm talking about a mortgage, is that in different light conditions, it definitely changes. Ooh, look at that. You guys can see that reflection. So I'm liking this. This is 25 straight up volts. And if we're going for a S-man thing with the grays and the, I think this might be what I'm looking for. So that is that alone. Just for comparison, because everybody here knows, or pretty much everybody here knows what PEI looks like, golden PEI at least. That's next to PEI. Okay, and I think this is the kicker. I think this is where it's like, oh yeah, that looks nice. This is, I'm trying not to touch it, but this is original titanium next to the anodized one. So almost has like a similar hue. So when you put the Z-axis linear rails, looking at this with the grays and the steel colors and this, I think I like this color. What do you guys think? Bob likes the blue too. Happy likes the blue. So two car batteries will get me where I need to be. Yeah, if you get a good charge on them, they're going to be a little bit over 12 volts, right? They'll have to be closer to 25. Or you could just buy one of these power supplies for 30 bucks on Amazon. I can put an affiliate link if you want. If you want to throw let's see, Amazon affiliate link for something at $30 will pay me, I don't know, 32 cents maybe. All right, so since I like this, I'm going to flip this thing around because we are ghetto here, and I'm going to attempt to get this far end to match the rest of this. And we'll see how well that works, and we'll also be answering that question on whether or not that works properly, if that is something you can do, because I don't know. So we're going to put this in, and I'm also interested in knowing if that amperage changes as much with a little piece in there as it did with the big piece of. So it is starting off high. So it's starting off, let's see, we're already down to 0.07. So it's not quite as high. I have one of those power supplies. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're good for electronics. They're not necessarily for this. You know, you should, if you're planning on doing this and more in the hobby way, you probably want 120 volts so you can get that full range. I don't know, did everybody see the chart? I don't know if everybody was here when I built the chart a couple times, but there's a chart. And basically what you're looking at there is the different voltages and what color you get based on the voltage. We started off at 15, so I'm told, because these fumes are starting to get to me on this ammonia. Not that they're harmful, but so anyways, we moved up from there. Now we're at 25, which should put us dead smack into the blues. I was thinking I was going to be closer to the 20s, where that had more of a deeper, darker blue, but we weren't getting that with the setup I have here, which could have something to do with my electrolyte or my my etching. All of it plays a part, which is why I do believe that you should work your way up slowly when you do this. But anyways, we're right here for a number, but I think we're closer to right here for an actual color. If you want to get into your more, thing is, it's almost like a rainbow. It replicates itself, kind of replicates itself. So I think we probably all agree that the 12, 13 volt area right here is very similar to the 61, 62 voltage area, but instead of going into a blue, it then goes into a purple red. It's very difficult, my understanding, of getting into a deep red, which is well beyond 100 volts. I think it's close to 120. So yeah, so there you go. If you have a 30 volt power supply, you can do pretty much anything from the goldens to the bronze to the purples to the blues. And then if you have a higher powered power supply, you can get up some higher stuff, which I don't have right now. So it is what it is. Going fast, sure, I agree. We're at 0.45. Let's look, see. What do we think? You guys are probably seeing it before I can, because, ooh, yep. That worked perfectly. This is that perfectly. Let me disconnect it here from the lead. So that blended in perfectly. So 100% based on voltage, nothing really to do with time, nothing really to do with anything else other than in this particular, as long as you're using the same solution, same voltage, you can dip one end and then the other end. So even if you can only get a container like I have here, this thing's like a foot long, but it's hard to find a a long enough container to fit one of these things in there. And I didn't want to do it sideways because I couldn't think of a decent way to have it not touching the bottom or the aluminum foil that I was going to use in it. So yeah, so let me dry this off. Let me bring up, actually, let me do this. You guys are gonna see a quick video here because I'm also working on my stream scene. So stand by real quick and I'm gonna do this for you. And then that's gonna go away. There we go. All right. Yeah, we're there. All right, I wanted to get back to this camera, and the only way I can do it right now is to play that first, so apologize to that. But let's see here. So this is my bestest camera that I have, and I'm gonna dry this thing off and kind of give you guys a look at what we got here. And I'm really liking this. Really liking this. Oop. What's zooming that? What? There we go. So this is where we're at. It retained the grain from the titanium. There's a thumbnail picture right there, right? If I wasn't lazy and I went back and changed my thumbnails after I did videos. But yeah, it saved the grain, it kept the grain from the titanium in the piece, and everything else is good. That's awesome. Yeah, what do you guys think? You like it? Hope you like it. So, I'm sticking with it. Next question is, we're not really using this one. Do we try making one half gold and half blue? Or what do we want to try? What do you guys want to see? I'm here for you. I'm willing to do whatever. You want me to try to strip this one back down and do it again? Do you guys want me to mix some colors? What do you guys want to see? Let me know what you want to see. Everybody's either eating or went to sleep, because I know some people are still on here. So there's a huge amount of people on this particular one. Let's see here. You said it needs to be sealed, nail polish. No, you don't need to seal it. When I said the nail polish, basically what you can do is you can mask off areas so they don't get the anodizing effect. So if you wanted to, you could like take a clear nail polish, put it on there, and then use acetone to take off the nail polish after the fact. That way you can kind of mask out where you're going to get that. And there, now that it's completely dried, it really looks awesome. Let's see. Do you know how I would go about getting a custom boron cube? You talking about a calibration cube, Zach? Max, sorry. Thanks for clarification, no worries. 30 was the lighter shade of blue. So you want to try the lighter shade of blue? Happy? Let me know, I'll do it. Does anybody else want to see a lighter shade of blue? More of a sky blue? It is nice, I like it. It kind of matches me. All right, let me know if you guys want to see the sky blue. I'll give you a minute. There's a little bit of a delay in the video and everything, so we'll see about that. If not, what we're going to do is try to do something funky with one of these other ones, but you guys let me know first what if you want to see a sky blue. Well, you're saying yeah, you're the one that asked for sky blue. That's one vote times two, one guy. What voltage is sky blue? Sky blue, I'd say you start hitting around 30. And then you get into more of a real, you actually almost go back into a light gold / titanium color when you get back above 40-ish. Let's bring the chart back up for you guys. Sorry about that. So right here is 30 volts. So we're down here around 25. So we're getting a little bit lighter, and then basically get back into like almost like an aquamarine. I don't know, a very light blue sky, more of a, I don't know what to call it, watercolor, I guess. And then you get back into almost like a non-anodized at all, and then back into a gold. Blue color is awesome. Thank you, Heather. Let's do it. Nothing to lose. Okay. Happy's pushing me over the edge. So let's try it. Let's kick this thing up to max. What do we got? 30.87. As high as we can go. So, you watch, this is probably the coolest thing we do. All right, so let's dunkaroo. You guys ready? Let's put this in. Look for the bubbles. All right, she's a bubbling. Let's see, we're at 0.14, 0.13, 0.1 something. You guys can actually see, if you look in there, you guys can actually see the reaction more than I can, because looking through the water, you can't really see the color very well. Let's get, there's a lot of refraction happening. So yeah, 0.09. 0.087. How about we try to get down to 0.7-ish, unless it gets there quick. See if we get to 0.7. Gotta refinish these things too. These actually might not be where they are right now by the time I'm done. So let's see here. Like we're doing here, hit that like button. Hey, look at that. People have been hitting the like button. Good for you. I appreciate that. By the way, if you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're a member, double thank you to the channel. I appreciate that. It helps out. Lets me sometimes do cool stuff like this, or at least I think it's cool. Hopefully you do too. But anyways, we're down to 0.68. What did we go down to before? Does anybody recall? Was it 0.63? 0.063? Yeah. I guess we'll wait for it to get back down there, because it should be similar, I would guess, right? See, the sad thing is nobody's going to watch this video after live stream. Well, so most people don't watch live stream videos after they go up unless you save them and then repost them as normal videos, which is kind of a shame, which is why I don't do a lot of live stream. Actually, I've been doing a lot this summer because it's just a little bit easier for me and busy schedule. But yeah, anyways. Oh, happy. Thank you. If you're happy and you didn't know it, welcome to the club. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. We're at 0.061. Let's pull it. You guys ready? She changed again. Man, I might like this one better. Oh, you guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. All right. I'll disconnect this so you guys can look at the... I'll have to get a close up on this so you guys can see it again. I'm gonna let this dry too. And if any of you guys have additional questions that you don't ask during the video, you come back and you're like, well, what the heck was that? Or how do you do that? Or what did you use there? By all means, shoot me a message via email or leave a comment. I respond to all that stuff, so it doesn't go unread or anything like that. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna switch to this camera, And I'm going to show you the blue that we just got. This is the more of a sky blue. This is me maxed out on my power supply. Okay, and then I'm going to show you what the difference is between the two. So there is the darker blue here. I think it's showing up pretty good. And the lighter blue. Which blue do you guys like better? Which blue would go better with gold? Where's that PEI sheet? I gotta see it. Come on. Is it the darker blue that goes better with that, or the lighter blue? I think the lighter blue would go better with metal. I'll just hold a piece of aluminum up. I think this lighter blue would go better with a metallic metal versus the dark blue. But with that gold color, if I do go gold and blue, I don't think that this lighter blue would go as well. What do you guys think? Gonna have a lot to think about tonight. This is a tough one. You're very good at commenting back. Thanks for taking the time to respond, sir. Mark, you don't ask many questions. I get people, you know what? Hey, it's not a ton of people here, but people are here. I just want you to know that I have people that have had email strings going weeks. Actually, out of the people that I've seen comment on here, I would say, and I'm not pulling anybody out, and I'm definitely not complaining, but Max is probably done the most commenting where we require a response and some help here and there. But I have some people that actually have been emailing now for a long time back and forth about stuff, and eventually it turns into some type of chat about other things too. But yeah, if I have time, I will respond just about to everybody, unless it's something that doesn't require a response or something that doesn't deem a response. So yeah, what do you guys think? Darker blue or lighter blue? It's like an eye exam. 1 or 2? 1 or 2? 2 or 1? That color is so good. You like the light blue, huh? What else can I compare it to? Oh, we got black. So there is a black extrusion. Stop it. A black extrusion with that on there. This is the gunmetal blue-gray that I'm using on this new printer. And this is the rust red that we're going to be using. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me bring up this thing. Light blue for sure against the black. Lighter one pops more on the black. Lighter color. I'm gonna go team light. Really? What if we did some gold? Whoa. What if we did some gold too? Get that gimbal camera. It doesn't like when my hand's black. Come on. Hello. There we go. The camera doesn't like when my hand's black. But what do you guys think if we go a lighter color? Honestly, still vote for gold and black PEI. Haha, but don't mind me. Okay. It's definitely gonna have a black PEI sheet on it. But even with that red and that gray, you guys prefer the lighter blue? I'll make a rainbow color for all I care. I just care that it prints good. I want you guys to like it. Let's see here. Lighter blue. What if you did half gray, half red, like the printed parts? I can't get the red. I'd have to buy. I'm not well. For one, getting to that color of red would require well over 100 volts, upwards of 120 plus volts, is my understanding. So it'd be very difficult to get that color red. And I guess at some point you're either gonna contrast a color or you're gonna try to match a color, and I think matching color would be really difficult. How much red are you going to have? Not a lot, honestly. Mark, did you? And I don't know if anybody. Let me grab one of the panels for the graphics. I don't know how many people that are on here. We're here for the stream where I showed off all the panels. Where are my panels? Oh, here they are. Construction zone. Let's look at the graphic panels with the. It lost me again. This thing. Extreme close-up. Let's look at the graphic panels. So there is red on the graphics. So what's it gonna do if I do this? Yeah, it still kept me. Let's see here. Let me catch up. How much red are you going to have? Go light blue. Connected to an outlet. Man, you guys are really trying to get rid of me. Gold, man, gold. Use AC line voltage with a rectifier. No, I will not do that. I could use you know what? We could use a stun gun. We get 900 volts into it. See what color we get with that. Oh, outlet. That's nice. Do not use an outlet. You guys are going to get this channel in trouble writing that stuff. So never, ever connect AC power to anything liquid that you're touching or coming near. Love the camera following you in the shop. Yeah, it's my camera guy. He works cheap. I got some kinks to work out. And of course, construction zone behind me, but yeah, you missed that too. Or kilovolt back there. Having it could be gold for at least 300 volts. You know who? Did you read? Oh, you did read it. No, those are actually 48 volts, by the way. Do you have a Tesla? No, I do not have a Tesla. But that if I did have a Tesla, that'd be what, 600 volts, something like that. Let's see here. Light blue is nice, but I go for. But I would go to gold. If you don't like it, you could always go blue. That is true. I want to see what we're gonna do. The streams. How long have we been going here? I don't even know. Oh, almost 2 hours. One of my longer streams. So that's that. That is that with that. So blue looks good. I mean, you get the steel colors and the blues, right? The camera doesn't want to look at this. It wants to look at me. The camera's infatuated with me. So anyways, that's the colors. There's not going to be a lot of red, but there is some red. Yeah, sleep on it. It's your build. I know it's my build, but I can always build another one. What do you mean, Superman? Don't say that. You get me in trouble. Super Voron. There's no Superman. Super Voron. It's a little different. A little different. All right, so let's do one last thing here. Let's go crazy. Let's try Scotch Brite in this thing. Colors remind me of Superman. Warren Trident, Warren Zero. Opinion, Trident. I would do a Trident. A Zero. I will say that a Zero is really cool to have because you can, especially for you, Max, if you wanted to. I already built a Zero. I have a whole build. It's really cool. I actually brought my Warren Zero into work because you can set it anywhere and start printing with it. It's pretty cool. I do want to. Zeros are fun. Yeah, they're fun. It's just a pain in the butt to build. All the screws in them, all the nuts. Anyways, we're going to attack this because I want to see what happens. Okay. You guys are going to be... Believe it or not, it's going back to purple. We're working backwards through the colors now. Ish. Ooh, you know what's going to happen? So, actually, let's try this. Let's try... What does this do? I'm putting it back into the light etchant that I made here. See what that does to it. So something cool to note. So you can easily clean off what you've done. It basically sands right off. So, and then you get kind of a, depending on how aggressive you are, you switch cameras. You get kind of a, gradient as you clean it, because I didn't run it all the way. So there's like a steel with a steel blue gradient on there. So about the only issue I can see is it's going to be hard to clean up inside of the, actually you're not going to see inside the screw holes because the screws will be there. So that comes right off. So yeah, you can easily clean this right back off. So if you decide you go on too far, it's not a ton of effort. It's a little bit of effort, but not a ton. To back this down. And then let me re-clean it with this solution real quick. We're getting crazy here. It's kind of like the finale of the fireworks, right? So let's clean that off. And then we started off with 15 volts, and then I think we went up to about 18. So let's jump down to 18 volts. Ish. We're going to dip this in at the 18 volts and see what happens. See what kind of crazy colors we wind up with here. We'll see what we wind up with here. Blue to gold. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Ready? Set? Go. And she's a bubbling. All right, we'll see what we get here. Gold to purple. This. I'm doing this for Golden Jaguar because he could do purple. I could do, any of us. We could do purple, and then hit with a Scotch-Brite pad to remove that layer to a certain extent, and then re-anodize it to a different voltage to cover that back up. Link to the Discord. Stand by. Stand by. Link to Discord. Where is the link to the Discord? I forget how to get that. Link to the Discord. Invite people. And copy. And that. And this. And then boom. And that. Boom. Link to the Discord. All right, we're already down to 0.46. So let's pull that out. And I'm gonna pull it straight out so you guys can't see it. I want to see it first. Well, that's interesting. So I will tell you right now, it did not go to the golden bronze color. I don't know why yet. We'll find out. It went, we overstepped it. We went to 18. We should have, yeah. It went to, try to get the dry off. The color shows up so much better when it's dried. Should grab my my solder reflow. So it went to a purple. So there's a purple to a blue, which looks almost like a heat cure type thing. Oh, we're anodizing. Yeah, this is 3D printing and anodizing, or us. So that would brought us back to purple. So I want to actually drop it back down. All right, we're gonna get crazy now. We're going to drop this back down to 15-ish. I'm going to take off the rest of this light blue. Or I'm going to try to take off some of this light blue. Dark blue, light blue. And I'm using, this time around, just to try to make it go a little bit better, I'm using a little bit of my etchant solution that I made up, my cleaning / etching solution, to take off the blue with the scrubber pad. And what I'm going to try to do here, if you haven't figured it out, is blend a gold bronze into the purple. Just as a tribute to a friend of ours who, for some reason, a very good reason, but for some reason decided he wasn't going to make YouTube videos this summer. Not naming names or pointing fingers at anybody, but just saying. Figured it'd be a golden opportunity to bring that up. All right. I tried cadmium plating when I was drawing my 71 240Z. It's a complete fail. All right, so taking off most of the blue. There's actually still some on there I want to get rid of. Let me try to get rid of more of that. So I've never played a metal before, and like I told everybody else, Jake from State Farm, let's call you Jake. I did a lot of research. I spent probably an equivalent of 2 hours over the course of 2 days reading 2 articles, watching 5-minute video. So I don't expect everyone to put that much effort into this, and hopefully you understand I'm joking. But yeah, this titanium thing is seemingly pretty easy. Trying to clean up pretty good here. I think that's good. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, let's try that. All right, so now we got kind of the purple into just a titanium color, because that's what titanium is. And I've reduced this down to about 15 volts, which is where people are telling me we started. Why can't you connect AC to make it red? That would look cool. Okay, so for one, it needs to be DC power, not AC power. And for two, that would be a very big electrocution risk. Matter of fact, even DC voltages, once you get up there, are not very safe. So we're going to take the top purple that we have there, and then it goes into a purple blue, and then I'm going for that golden bronze color. So let's do it. See what we get here. All right, now let me see if I can get back on my gimbal. My fancy schnancy chat stuff on the side over here. Let's see here. Tesla's here. I'm in DC. I'm only 14. Is that your excuse for everything? I'm only 14. You know that doesn't work forever, right? Because I could say I'm only 45. That's a horrible excuse. Your parents haven't told you that. Teach you a life lesson right now. Saying I'm only blank is not an excuse. There you go. Let's see here. I know what it's like. Understandable. Golden Jaguar. What Golden Jaguar said? Tezza, hey there, brother. Still around, just busy with life. Yes. Okay. So we're down already to 0.039. Let's let it go a little bit further. See what we get. Tezza, just so you know, we're anodizing titanium today, because that's what we're doing. Anodizing titanium. And for some reason, this chat isn't coming up right now. All right, 0.035. 0.035. It's gonna, yeah, that's coming up. All right. I get the fade on that thing happening a little too close. I don't know if you guys are watching. Whoever's watching and that isn't on a computer, easy to type on, whatever. I got, okay, let's see. The camera thing is cool, but I think it's giving me a slight headache. The movement's a bit, I agree. We'll get that fixed. I'm going to get rid of the zoom out and zoom in. I can do that, and I'm going to change it from, you know what? Maybe I can do it right now. I'm going to change it from fast to slow. So let me see if I can do it right now. All right, AI, we'll get rid of the zoom and turn tracking speed to slow. How's that? Does it still work? There we go. All right, so I think at this point we're probably good to take this out. And again, I'm going to, you guys can't even see it now, so I'm going to take it out before you guys can see it. See what we got. Ooh, ooh, kind of cool. Kind of very cool. It's kind of hard to tell what's happening here. I should probably take these guys out of this. Let me that would make a good change. Yes, that's better. Yep. I agree. I just, you know, I got a bunch of stuff I'm working on. The room's one of them. Adding some different cameras and some camera angles. Give myself a space where I can actually do unboxings and talk about individual products more in depth. I still don't plan on editing my damn videos because I ain't got time for that. But trying to make things a little bit better for you guys. I never actually thought I would have people that wanted to watch my videos. So lo and behold, here we all are, right? So, all right, so what we got. And you guys probably can't even see that gradient, but it is pretty much like a bronze to a purple to a blue that we just pulled off. And because I didn't clean off this end perfectly, it actually goes back to a blue at the very end. So it almost looks like a copper to a blue to a purple. Let's see if we can make this a little bit closer for you guys. Block myself out. You know what? Let's actually, I'll go back to the Sony. Yeah. So there you go. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And I am going to sleep on it. I'm not going to do the other ones because the other ones are actually going to be visible. They're going on there. Yeah. So I think I'm done with anodizing for today. So we're going to turn this thing off before I do zap myself because I am accident prone. Turn that off. Clean this up real quick. Let's see here. That works better. Just yeah. Put them in distilled water. I have distilled. Actually, the electrolytic solution. Yeah, I took them out of the etch and I'm just drying them off. I'm just going to dry them off, and then when I go to actually do the other ones, I'm going to basically just quickly re-etch them. I'm going to put a cover on the solution. Yeah. I do have a rag in there too, but I'm going to leave that in there. Yeah, cool. That again, that's pretty cool. I like that. And then, you know what? I will go back to that joke about swinging by Walmart to get parts to do this, because when I put this cover on, is that seal? Yeah, it seals. You can pick one of these up at Walmart, the Mainstays product, like that. They're $7, you know. and you can pick up the just to prove that I was not joking earlier when I said I ran the Walmart. You can pick up the Great Value distilled water also at Walmart for about $1. And then Arm & Hammer baking soda, Walmart Equate branded sodium, not sodium, hydrogen peroxide, not sodium peroxide, and Moxie ammonia, which don't take a big whiff of that. So, yeah. All right. Well, you guys all stopped talking, and we've gone here for about 2 hours. I did what I wanted to do. Hopefully you guys found it entertaining to some extent, educational to another, and I will try to keep up on doing some videos. I really do need to get on the build. It's still back here, as you can see, and sitting with it is some Paramount 3D filament. Happy. You probably saw those earlier, which is why you commented on it. Yeah, so anyways, Mark and whoever wasn't here before, just so you know, redesigned this whole thing, both acoustically, video-wise. It's getting painted blue, because I guess blue is the proper color for a thing like this. And we're gonna have a nice backdrop and just have some more room to work with. So hopefully my consistency in videos and the quality of the videos will go up. I will tell you that I've been doing this now for a couple of years, and my comfort level is way up there. It's not so bad. So we have that. So hopefully, all in all, this will just get to be better, especially with you guys. You guys make it actually what it is. People like Golden Jaguar who make videos as well. Input from people like him, input from you guys, the viewers. Always willing to take in information. I did this on my own, but by all means, if there's something you want to see that you think other people might want to see, something you've tried that you'd like to get out to other people, but you don't make videos, let me know. I will help you out. We'll get it out there. Always willing to work with the community in general. If you guys are interested, by all means, leave more comments on this particular video or other videos to let me know if you are interested in things that might or might not be 3D printer related, such as the lighting project or even this anodizing project that we did here today. Some people find that fun. Some people find it annoying and not very fun that they went to a 3D printing channel and saw stuff like that. So I want to know what you guys think, because you guys are the ones that matter. Anyways, yes, with that, I will wish you guys all a wonderful night, and I will wish Nuno a wonderful morning, and hopefully he gets out of work here in the next hour and a half or so. Make it home safe. If you're home, have a good night, like I said before. If you haven't had dinner yet, like me, have a great meal, and I will catch you guys all soon. Shaw Dell, thank you for joining. Golden Jaguar, Mark Davis, Nuno, Happy, Teza, Bob, David, who else is in here? Max, Jeremy, Chuck. Chuck was in here. I didn't even see Chuck earlier. Oh, anyways. Yeah, anyways. If you were on the stream and I didn't mention you, that's great. I apologize, and I will catch you next time. But with that, I'm going to say goodnight, and I'm going to get something to eat. See you later.